Spiritual Psychics TV is hosting the first annual recognition of achievements, acknowledging those who dedicate their lives to a spiritual act of kindness. Spiritual Psychics TV, bringing spiritual people together.
Hello, everybody. It's me again. And I'm afraid we've got no Richard tonight. Richard's not very well. So Alison and Alison and do you know what? My mind goes blank. As soon as I start this, I go blank. But we haven't got no Richard. So we're going via StreamYard. Okie dokie. And that's what we're doing. So I can actually see your comments. So hopefully it'll go okay. All right. So send Richard your love. Send him some healing. I don't know what's exactly is wrong with him. But send him some healing. That would be great. Okay. So what we're going to do tonight, tell us if you're new, tell us where you're from and let me know whether you're new. And I'll tell you how I work. We'll say a few hellos on here. There's Kimbo and Millie I can see, and Olivia, and also Megan as well, Tracy, and Terry. Terry's on here with Alison. They're running it tonight. So say hello to Terry and Alison, who've took over from Richard because he's not very well. Sorry, Terry. You know what? When I go on here, folks, unless Spirit tell me what to say, my brain has just gone. I have no control whatsoever. So what we're going to do then is connect with a few of your loved ones from the spirit world, and that's what I do. We are streaming to YouTube and also Facebook as well. Okay. So I don't know, you might see some comments, you might not see the other one. So if you're on Facebook, you'll just see Facebook. If you're on the other one, you'll just see the other comments, I think. Something like that. So like I say, we'll say a few hellos. Danielle, Gail, Izzy and Julie and Catherine, thanks a lot for joining us. Share it if you can. That's good. Share away. That'll be good. Okie dokie. And talk amongst themselves as well. So what we're going to do then, like I say, what I do is just connect with a few people from the spirit world. I mean, I don't know where I'm going. I leave it up to the spirit world to decide where they're going to go, because basically it's their messages. I just pass the message on. So they decide who gets the message, and the spirit world will go to the people they think that need the message at the time. Okay. So hopefully we'll get around a few of you. If we give you dates, they're going to be anniversaries, birthdays or passings. Just remember that I just repeat exactly what they say, so it will be right. It's just for a matter for you to go home and check where it is, because sometimes the spirit world will involve the rest of your family as well. If you can't take some of the message, bear in mind that it could relate to somebody else in your family. Just bear that in mind. So take everything on board and double check it all out, and you'll find it's right. Also bear in mind that some people come through, once we start talking to some people, other people will pop in and say hello to you. Even if you don't know them, they will belong to you. It's down to you to go out and find out who they are, but just bear that in mind. You'll see how I work in a minute. First time here for some people as well, so that's great. Hello, Lisa. Christine as well, Gail. So there's a few newbies, I think. And Sharon as well. Let's have a look. Lisa, Claire. It's really strange because I'm finding it a little bit weird because I've usually got Richard in my ear hole saying, oh, let's say some hellos, let's say some adverts, and I've got nobody. I'm totally kind of on my own, although Terry and Alison are in the background, but I'm totally on my own here. So right then, that's about it. So anyway, sometimes I'm drawn to the message, or sometimes I'm drawn to the person on here. Sometimes I give out the info and see if you can take it. If you can take, when we're speaking to you, I forgot to say, when we're speaking to you, answer us with a message, and the girls will put it up on the screen. And when you answer, please put, if you put in yes, please put what you're saying yes to. All right. Don't just put yes, because we obviously don't know what information you're saying yes to. So please say what you're giving, saying the yes to, so that other people can see as well. Okay. Who have we got here? I've got somebody here already. I've got a lady with me. So I've got a lovely mom. There you go. Alison and Terry are going to put some bits and bobs up on the screen so the newbies know what's going on. Okay. So I've got a lovely mom here. Now, usually they give me the first names. This mom is not. She's given me the surname Wilson. So if anybody can connect with the surname Wilson that's got a mom in spirit, let me know. Hello, Tracy and Gail. Okay. So a lovely mom here. Talking about also the surname Wilson will mean something, but also she's with somebody in spirit called Doreen as well. She's talking to Doreen. She's talking with a lady in spirit called Doreen as well. So a lovely mom in spirit. Surname Wilson, connecting with Doreen as well, she tells me. She's also talking about an Alison down here as well. So she connects with somebody called Alison down here as well, this lovely mom. In fact, she's telling me also that your dad is in spirit as well. So I've got a mom and a dad in spirit that have come together. In fact, there's a lot of the family up there as well, because they've got their parents up there with them as well. Okay. My nan was Wilson. Okay, Tony, can you take a mom in spirit as well? Because she's bringing a mom, she's bringing a husband as well, and she connects with the surname Wilson, like you say. She's also telling me there's a baby as well. There's a new baby, so watch for the new baby if you don't understand that already. She's talking about a new baby. And this mom is also talking about the month of April will mean something to you as well. So April is going to be an anniversary, a birthday, or a passing. Okay, Tony. She's talking about 2 babies in spirit as well. Okay, so there's 2 babies that have gone to the spirit world that she's they were like a mom and dad. We'll carry on for a little minute then. She's a little minute. I don't normally say that, Tony, so I don't know if somebody actually says a little minute, or somebody use that phrase, we'll carry on for a little minute, because I don't usually say that. So this lovely mom or grandma that's coming through is talking about, she's talking to me about the name. Okay, she's talking to me about the name Bruno as well, Tony. So I don't know exactly what she means, whether she means the boxer or the connection to the name Bruno. So remember, she's told you Bruno as well. Okay, Tony. She's just talking to me. Like I say, she's going back now because I've got the right person. She's talking about 2 babies in spirit as well. And she's talking also about somebody in spirit that passed with breast cancer that she's aware of as well. She's bringing that around me as well. She says, Tony, that you've been sending your prayers up to spirit, asking for a little help. Dog was named Bruno. Okay. That confirms then on with you then, doesn't it? She's talking about you've been sending your prayers up to spirit, asking for a little bit of help, but also for a little bit of healing as well. She's acknowledging that. And she's also saying to me that somebody, she says, has lit a candle for somebody in spirit. Okay, so somebody's been lighting the candles. In fact, she's just told me that somebody likes like the smelly candles and the incense sticks. She's bringing that around you as well. Okay, just saying, I'm aware of this this liking of nice smelly candles and incense sticks. That's what she's talking to me about as well. Okay, all right then. Okay, come on then. She's talking to me also about she must have a memory of this, Tony, because she's talking to me about building bricks. You know, the kiddies building bricks. She's talking to me about just a memory of somebody using building bricks when they were younger, and also they were building the bricks and somebody would come down and knock them all over. She's bringing that around you as well. Okay, she just said to me that somebody's after a house move. So somebody around you is thinking about a house move. Okay, so somebody will be moving. In fact, she's giving me not to move to, but she's linking me with the Isle of Wight, or she wants to link you with the Isle of Wight as well. So look for the connection of the Isle of Wight as meaning something as well. Okay, she keeps talking to me about these building bricks, Tony, so I don't know what's going on here. Building bricks. She's now saying that there'll be somebody down here that's thinking of taking up nursing around you as well. So there's that going on, that she's been listening. Okay, she's been listening to somebody that's interested in nursing. Okay, apparently she says that somebody's actually looking into going into nursing at the moment. She's showing me somebody looking at books and getting an interest in nursing books. So there's that going on around you at the moment that she's talking about. Okay, she tells me there's a link to Australia, Tony, so watch for the link to Australia. There's communication going backwards and forwards. She's also, this may well be moving over there, Tony, because she's just said to me there'll be discussion on visas, okay, to do with Australia. So watch for that coming up as well, Tony, that this lovely Nan's talking about. Okay, she's just trying to give me something. I didn't quite catch it, Tony. She's on about a broomstick, and then she says, "Oh, the witch and the broomstick." So I don't know if you can take that as it is. It saved me questioning her, because she's just said to me, "Oh, just give her the witch and the broomstick." The witch and the broomstick. It looks like a book or something, Tony. So watch for that coming up as well. The witch and a broomstick. I can see a picture of a witch and a broomstick on a book. So watch for that coming up as well. Okay, she's talking about you helping somebody to read. Okay, she's acknowledging that you're going to be, or you are helping somebody to read. All right. She's just said there's a twin link in your family as well. All right, she's just acknowledging the twin link. She says, "Thank you for talking to me." So you must talk to Spirit. Thank you for talking to me. John in Spirit wants to say hello to you as well. And there's also a gentleman in Spirit called Tony that wants to be remembered to you as well. So, oh, you're Tony. I keep forgetting that. But there is a gentleman in Spirit called Tony as well. But also John wants to be remembered to you as well. Okay. She's talking to me. She just wants me to say the builder's mate. So I don't know where the link is with builders, but that's her actual words, the builder's mate. Tell her the builder's mate. All right. She's giving a memory of somebody actually who fell backwards off a wall. She's giving that memory to you as well, Tony. The reason she comes, she tells me, along with the gent, is because they've been spoken about in conversation. Okay, used to have the books. Okay, she's just saying she's been mentioned in conversation recently. She tells me that there've been somebody down here has been reminiscing, especially of people in spirit. So there's been a lot of people mentioned in spirit down here, and that's her reason for coming, to acknowledge that they are around. She's just said to me that the spiritual things going on around you, Tony. I don't know if you've clocked that spirit are around, that they're trying to show you they're around, together with smells, nice smells. There's one coming of Old Spice from a gentleman in spirit that brings the smell of Old Spice that you should recognise as well. So there's the smells. Also, okay. Also, oh, hang on a minute. I've just took a pipe out of my mouth. So there's a gentleman in spirit that wants to say hello to you that used to smoke a pipe as well, Tony. Just wants to say hello. You should recognise him by the fact that he used to smoke. Okay. Just want to say hello to you, and her words are, just want to say hello to you and give you a bit of comfort as well, because apparently you need a little bit of comfort. And before they go, they just want me to give, I don't know how old you are, they just want me to give you the Bay City Rollers, especially Bye Bye Baby Bye Bye, that song. Okay, so So that's Grandad saying hello. Then you know it's him because of his pipe. But they're just giving you the Bay City Rollers, bye bye baby, bye bye. So that means something to somebody as well. Anyone else? There is a wedding coming up, okay, Tony, as well, but they're taking me into next year with that. And remember, they've told you, oh, she wants me, I nearly said April, but she changed me and made me say October. So October means something to you as well. I think we're moving along now, are we? I think we're moving along. So I hope that was okay for you, Tony. I'd watch for the signs because you're, okay, you're quite, as they're saying, that Tony's quite with it. So you should know when there's spirit around you. All right. Because they're claiming that you're quite with it. You're quite aware of spirit. So watch for that. Okay. So I'll leave that with you. Who have I got here? I've got a gentleman in spirit now called David. Okay. So David, dad or granddad, but he's coming through as a dad. Okay. Then David in spirit. All right, wants to say hello to somebody down here. David is with somebody called George as well in spirit, but it's mainly David that's coming through. So anybody can take lovely David in spirit. He is a dad, okay? And he's telling me, David's telling me that he had children when he was in his, as he's describing, in his older years. So I know he had his children later on in life as well, little ones, because he's quite older here, and he's given me little uns around him. He's just telling me he had children later on in his life. He's telling me, okay, come on, David. He's give me a name then. David's talking about a connection to the name Harris as well. So David's connecting to somebody called Harris to try and get us to the right people. So if anybody could take lovely David as a dad, connecting to Harris, telling me that he had children later on in life as well. Talking about a career. He must have had a career as well, because he's talking to me about a career. Hiya, Pippa and Caroline. He's talking to me about a career as well. So we'll wait for a minute. I know there's a bit of a delay, so I'm waiting for the messages to come up to see if anybody's acknowledging David. He's also talking to me about Susan down here as well. All right. Hawaii. All right. So Susan down here as well. He's connected to Susan, he's connected to the surname Harris, and his name is David, and he's talking about having children later on in his life as well. David is also telling me about, he has actually got his mom with him as well. So your grandma's there as well. So we've got a dad and we've got a grandma together. Oh, hang on a minute. Actually, I think these two are married, so I think you've got possibly a granddad and a grandma in spirit, David and another lady that's coming in here as well. And also the name Joyce will mean something. There's Joyce in spirit as well. Okay, somebody can take him, he's telling me, so I'm just waiting to see who it is. So if anyone can take David, tap on the screen and say yes, I can take David, because he's standing here, so he knows that somebody on here can take him. I'm just a matter of waiting for him. Okay, come on, David. Hiya, Anne. I'm just waiting to see who can take David, and nobody can. Come on. Somebody take. Somebody must be able to take it. He's talking to me also. He's making me scratch like this, but usually this means there's a touch of eczema around. But David's telling me that he used to have a beard, so I think he's got a bit of a beard here. David's got quite a bit of a beard. Now, he's quite a stocky chap as well. He's quite big. So he's quite stocky. It may well be on here that somebody can just take him as an acquaintance, he's just said to me. All right. But if nobody can take him, I'll move him on in a minute and get somebody else in. But if anybody can take him, let me know, and we'll have him. I just said you can park yourself. You can sit down for a minute and wait. Okay, and we'll get somebody else in. David, granddad, George, stepbrother, Susan, cousin. Is that you, Hesfel? David, granddad, George, stepbrother, student. Okay, let's make sure I'm with you then, Hesfel. David, granddad. Come on then, David. So you've got to have your nan up there as well then, Hesfel, have you? Because she's with him. He's telling me she's with him. And if this is for you, Susan, they're straight away aiming for you as if they want to give you... they're talking about healing for you, but also some love as well. They want to give you some love. So there's a need for love around you as well. Okay, and that's why they've come to you then, Heswell. All right, so it's mainly David that's coming. All right, but he's talking about this love that's needed for you, but also he's telling me that you need upliftment as well. It's funny the way he's describing things for you, Heswell. He's just said to me, the strange things going on, the strange things. And he doesn't mean like spiritually, he means things happening around you. It's like you're a bit confused. I'm a bit confused. I don't know what's going on, that type of thing. You know what I mean? It's like I'm like, oh, I don't know what's going on here, but there's something. So there's something going on around you that they're just acknowledging. But it's this main need for healing around you that they're talking about. Okay. Now David is talking about, you've got a link to Australia as well, Heswell. So watch for the link to Australia with you. Somebody's actually going over there. They're talking to me about cairns. Okay, that's all right. They're talking to me about cairns in Australia. So that link as well. And he's also talking to me about Italy as well. So there's going to be a link to Italy. I think somebody's going to be going there. Now I'm doing this with my fingers as I'm talking, Heswell, and I don't usually do this. So somebody talks with the fingers, but like to a time, they keep doing this type of thing with two fingers for some reason, because he's making me do this. So somebody's got a habit of doing this as well. Okay. He's also talking about somebody you should recognize as when they drink their tea. In fact, I think this is somebody that's passed. When they used to drink their tea in a nice china cup, they also used to have the little finger up like this. And he's just telling me to do this for you. So you should recognize who used to do this as well. Okay. They have the little finger up. Okay. And David, he's talking to me about somebody that loves robins, and he's actually showing me a picture of a robin. So somebody somewhere has got a nice picture or photo of a robin somewhere. Somebody loves robins. In fact, somebody, is it your gran? So she's coming in then. But he's talking to me about this love of a robin. Somebody loves robins, but also there's somebody's got, or somebody did have, like a card with a picture of a robin on, with writing on it. You know, you can get some nice cards with a little bit of poetry or something like that. Your granddad's talking about somebody that had one of those, and it had a little robin on, and the writings underneath it showing me that. Okay, so he's got the memory of that as well. Okay. He's talking to me, that's an unusual name. The name Dinah, Dinah, should mean something to you. So watch for the name Dinah as well. He's talking to me about that. Keeps doing this. So I've obviously got your nan coming in, I think, because she keeps making me do this. So I think I've got your nan that's coming in to talk to you now. Okay. She's talking about your hair. So there's something going on with your hair that she's been watching. She's just said to me, oh, somebody's complaining about their hair. Somebody's been complaining that they've got like, whether it's fly away or split ends or something like that. And she's been listening. Oh, did he used to call you that? Don't be Dinah. Oh, that's good evidence for you then, isn't it? But your nan's talking about complaining about hair and split ends or something like that. And she's just having a little bit of a giggle about that. Okay. Your nan's giving a memory of somebody that when they were younger, they used somebody's lipstick, and it went all, you know, when kids use somebody's lipstick and it goes all the way around the mouth. Your nan's giving the memory of that as well. She says, I was aware of that memory as well. Okay, but it's snapping. Okay, then she's obviously watching you, isn't she? Well, they're all watching you. And there's a gentleman in spirit called Thomas who wants to say hello to you as well. I don't know if I give you George. I can't remember. If I did, he's come back again just to say I'm back. George is back. Your nan's talking about, you know, Dorothy Heswell in The Wizard of Oz. When she clicks her heels in the shoes like that 3 times, she's given me that. She's talking about her clicking her heels 3 times, and she's telling me it's okay, he's obviously saying hello. Dorothy in clicking her heels. She's telling me that is sometimes how you feel. You like to click your heels and go. So it's symbolic for you as well, Heswell. All right. If it's your favourite film, she's making a point of doing the clicking three heels, you know, clicking your heel three times and making the point that it's symbolic for you. Okay. She's talking to me about that as well. Okay. Just wanted to be remembered. She says somebody's been looking through photographs recently, and that's why she's popped in to say hello to you, because somebody's been looking at photographs. You know, when we do that, then spirit come around, don't they, to join in. So she's just talking to you about that. Just wants to let you know she's around. You should smell your nan. She smells nice. What's she coming with? She's got this lavender smell around her. She likes the lavender, but she also likes the roses as well. So you're going to get that kind of smell when your nan comes around you. Okay. All right then. So I hope that was okay. I think they're going now. They're waving at me as well, so I know they're going now. So I hope that was okay for you, and I'll leave their love with you. Okay, we're moving on. I don't know if this is you, Heswell. Before I go, she's talking. I know I'm just going to give it you in case it's for you, and I've got a double link kind of thing. Okay, she's talking about a curtain twitcher. All right. So I don't know if you've got a bit of a nosy neighbour, Heswell, but I know somebody else on here has as well. But I want to give it to you. She's told me to give it to you. So be aware of a curtain twitcher as well, Heswell. Okay, and they're having a bit of a giggle. Nothing major or anything, nothing threatening, but you've got a nosy neighbour, as well as somebody else on here that I'm going to be talking to in a minute, who's got a lovely nanning spirit that's talking about curtain twitching. Okay. Right, I've got the next person I've got in is I'm just making sure I don't get attracted on here to anybody. I've got somebody on here that's telling me she's nan. Okay, we'll go a little bit more. Now, this nan I've got in spirit that's come through is Elsie. I've got a lovely nan in spirit called Elsie. Now, she's given me a curtain twitcher as well. Okay, so there's somebody on here that's got problems. Well, not problems, but you know what I mean. They should be aware of somebody in their street that's a bit nosy. But also this nan in spirit is telling me that she was a bit nosy as well. And this nan called Elsie, who's making my ear itch, this nan called Elsie is putting me in her front room or in her front room. Is it your nan, Emma? She's putting me in her front room. And it's like, what do you call it? A little bay window type thing. She's putting me in a room with a bay window, and this lovely nan is sitting in the bay window watching the world go by, she's telling me. Watching the world go by. So I'm hoping you can take that, this bay window that she's putting me in, Emma, somewhere. She's bringing that. But it's this lovely nan called Elsie that's coming through. She's also talking to me... She's also, that's a strange name, isn't it? She's talking to me, Emma, about the surname Smithers. So I don't know, you'll find that out. Make a note of it. Find the surname Smithers, because she's talking about the surname Smithers will mean something to you as well. But this nan's talking about glancing out the window. So I know that she likes to look from a window and look into the street. That's what she's bringing to me as well. Okay. So this one's for, Emma. Okay, Emma, what she wants to say to you. Now, Elsie, she's got 2 babies with her in spirit as well. She tells me, Emma, that she's actually got 3, but perhaps you'll only know of the 2. She's talking about 2 babies and another one in spirit that you're probably not known of. You probably not know. I know it's a strange name, isn't it, Emma? But she said that quite, I got that straight away. So it's right, but you'll have to find out what she means. I don't know what she means by that. The name's Smithers. So watch for that. Hang on a minute. Now, she's gone on to a film, Emma. So I don't know. Isn't there a pirate film or something that had Smithers in it or something? Like a kiddies pirate thing? Or maybe Peter Pan. Did he have somebody called Smithers in it? I shouldn't be asking questions, really, but go that way with it, I think, that she's telling me. But anyway, you'll find it. I'll give you the name Smithers. Right. Elsie. Okay. She's talking to me about, she's changed her mind. Christine down here, Emma. She's talking to me about somebody called Christine down here. Okay. When they mention somebody down here, it's either because you're going to hear a bit of news from them or because they need a little bit of healing. Whoever Christine is down here. You'll find that she needs a bit of healing. You'll be hearing some news around a Christine that's around you at the moment. She's talking about that. Now, Alcy is linking you with London as well, but she's talking about you going down to London. So there's a trip that's going down to London that she's talking to me about as well. So be aware of that. She's just said to me there's also a new baby coming around you, Emma. So watch for the new baby coming around you as well that she's bringing. And she's talking about the month of September as well will mean something to you as well. Okay, watch for Christine then. But she's talking about the month of September will mean something to you as well. So that's an anniversary, birthday or passing. And also she's talking about January as well. January means something to you as well. She's just bringing in those dates as well. Okay. She's just said to me, Emma, there's a dancer around you, a youngster that's a bit of a dancer she's describing. So I don't know if you're aware where that is, but she's talking about somebody that dances. Okay. Dances in their room upstairs, and I can hear it thumping on the ceiling. So she's aware of the dancer around you as well. She wants me to give you the memory of 5 stones. I don't know if you know what 5 stones are. I think they call them jacks as well. You're playing with a ball and the things you pick up. But she's giving you the memory of 5 stones. So she's got that memory with her as well. She's also talking about someone that makes their own clothes, or somebody that's very good at she's talking about altering clothes, as if somebody can alter clothes or something. She's giving that connection as well. So watch for that, because she's talking to me about somebody down here that obviously it looks like they've lost weight because she's taken some clothes in. So somebody needs their clothes altering or something because they've lost weight. She's bringing that around me as well. Okay, come on then. You've also got George in spirit as well. Now, when spirit come around you, she's making my nose itch. And that's probably what you do a lot. That's how she's going to come around you, forever playing with noses and making you scratch. Okay, so that's how she'll come around you. Okay. She's just said to me, somebody can't make up their mind whether to have their... Okay. Somebody can't make up their mind whether to have their hair cut short. All right, so she's been listening to a conversation. Somebody can't decide whether to have the hair cut shorter or not, and to put some colour in as well. Apparently, somebody's also been complaining about grey hair coming through as well. She's just saying, I'm aware of that. Okay. Wants me to give you books, which to me means study, Emma. So you're going to be doing a little bit more studying, she's talking about. Okay. But she says, when you've made your mind up what to do, so there's going to be a decision for you as to what you're going to be studying. But when you've made your mind up, she's just going back to her memory now. She's going back to when somebody was younger. I don't know if she means you or your mom, but she's talking about somebody that had a cash till, a play cash till. You know, one of the kids play cash tills when we were younger, used to hit them like this. She's taking me back to one of them. Okay, so she's got that memory of that, and she's also got a memory of a ballerina music box as well, where I don't know if the ballerina was a bit drunk or whether it was broke or something. She's making me laugh because she's saying, I think the ballerina was drunk, she's saying, because it used to be on the slant a little bit, and I think it had to be repaired or put back. There's something about the ballerina on the slant in this music box that that somebody had, and she's having a bit of a giggle. Anything else? The name Martha from spirit as well, she's bringing. So Martha, she's talking about as well. And also June in spirit, but also the month of June will mean something to you as well. She's come, she says, because she wants to let you know that she's around and she hears what's going on. She's aware of what's going on. Okay, so somebody's been sending their prayers up and their thoughts up to her as well. And she just wants to acknowledge that she is listening. Okay, anything else? Also Margaret. Okay, also Margaret as well, she's talking to me about. Now, she's got something, or somebody had a problem. She's talking about a problem with her eye, but she's actually just making my eye go funny. So somebody must have had kind of a sticky eye or something, because she's making one of my eyes, it keeps closing. As I'm talking, one of my eyes keeps closing. So she's aware of a problem that somebody had with this sticky eye that she's talking to me about as well. Now, your nan's playing with my ears. So I think you're going to find that she either plays with your nose or she plays with your ears to get your attention, to let you know. All right. But like I say, no specific message other than just to say hello to you and let you know that she's around and let you know that she is listening amongst the other people in spirit. There's something going on around Stephen down here as well. Nothing bad, but there's something going on around him when you find out who Stephen is. Is it your eye? Okay, she must be aware of that. But when you find out who Stephen is, there's something going on around him. Nothing bad, just a bit of news. Something to do with career, work-wise, that she's bringing in as well. Okay. Okay, so I think she's going now. So I hope that was okay for you, Emma. All right, so making me blow you kisses. So she obviously wants to blow you some kisses. Okay, I'll leave that with you. Is it Stephen? So there's something going around with Stephen then. Something to do with his career. Nothing bad, but she's just telling me that he's going to be pulled in a different direction. He might have opportunities coming his way to pull him in a different direction, and he's going to be a bit like this. He's unsure. He's going to be a bit unsure, but nice stuff. All right, coming his way. So watch for that as well. More money, she's just said to me as well, Emma. So watch for that as well. Oh, she keeps talking to me. I thought she was going, but she's just talking about Stephen's going to be, I don't know whether he's going to take some training or he's going to go on a training course, but there's training around him, okay, that she's bringing to me as well. So watch for that around him as well, okay. Apparently he's got a cheeky grin or something, she says, a cheeky grin. She obviously watches. A cheeky grin, she's saying. Okay, so I'll leave that with you, Emma. I hope you're okay. I hope that was okay for you. I'll leave that with you. I've got somebody's daughter here, so I'm trying to find out who she belongs to. I've got someone's daughter. I've got a daughter here, okay, an older daughter as well. Just trying to find out who she's with. Now, I've got a daughter, so she's looking for a mum on here, I think, or a sister, she's just said to me. So I know she's got a sister down here. So if you've got a sister in spirit and your mum's still here, because she's talking about connecting with mom and connecting with sister as well. So a lovely daughter in spirit. She's talking to me. Oh, she's just stopped me. So I don't know what she's going to be talking about now. She just stopped me. I think she had I don't know whether, she's not actually telling me what she passed with, but she's losing her hair. So I don't know if it's cancer. She's talking about hair to me at the moment. She wants to connect. She's talking about somebody called Tracy down here as well. She's got a link to Tracy. Thank you, Emma. She's got a link to a Tracy down here as this daughter that I've got with me at the moment. So if anybody could take their daughter or their sister in spirit that's coming with the name of Tracy, or talking about Tracy. Oh, she's also talking to me about Bridget as well. So she connects with the name Bridget somewhere as well. So that's unusual. She's telling me Bridget was down here. So she knows of a Bridget as well. So this lovely young lady, I want to say. Now, she's talking about being in her 30s. So I don't know if she passed when she was in her 30s. She's just telling me in my 30s. She's talking about going really slim as well. But she is saying that when she was down here, she was slim anyway. All right. So I think she lost a little bit more weight, but she was slim in build when she was down here anyway. And the name Wendy will mean something as well. Wendy, she knows of a Wendy down here as well. So like I say, a lovely daughter connects with the name Bridget and the name Wendy down here as well. Talking about losing her hair as well. I know she was very slim, but she was also slim when she was down here. Okay. Friend past her 30s. She's talking about in her 30s as well. Okay, no name of Bridget, friend passed at 34. Okay, then Louise, we'll try with you then. She's talking about a sister. Do you understand a sister as well that she's talking about, Louise? Because she's talking to me about a sister as well. She's also, I don't know if you're aware, she's got an auntie with her as well. Is she not a relative of yours then? because that's fine if she isn't, because she's probably just going to get you to pass a message on. But she's got an auntie with her in spirit, and she's talking about friend. Oh, is she a friend of yours? Is she, Louise? That's all right. I'm waiting for a comment to come up. She's talking about yeah, auntie in spirit. Come on. She's also talking to me about a wedding that's coming up as well. So there's a wedding coming up. You know, a sister. That's probably why she's going to come to you then. She's talking about a wedding that's coming up. She's talking about her sister. There's something going on around her sister then, Louise, that she's trying to acknowledge. I don't think it's bad, but she's busy, busy, busy. Her sister is busy, busy, busy. And she's come because apparently there is an anniversary to do with her, to do with this lovely lady in spirit. And she's been spoken about recently. So there's an anniversary. Also, she's telling me that her sister down here feels her around her, but isn't sure whether it is her or not. So this lovely lady is saying, my sister kind of feels me around her. I'm trying to make myself known, but she's not sure. So, you know what I mean? So I don't know whether I don't know if you're able to pass this on, but I'm sure that she's going to make you come in contact with her sister so you can pass this kind of message on. But she's talking about, the main thing is things going on around her sister. Also, her sister has been thinking about her a lot. That's what pushed her to come through. And also, it's mainly to do with what's going on. She's not telling me what's going on around her sister. I know there's something going on because that's a reason for coming. All right. She tells me that her sister sends a lot of prayers up to her. So she talks to her a lot. And I think that's a reason for coming. She talks to me a lot. She just wants to, she just wants to acknowledge that she's listening. Or she's just said to me, I need to let her know that I am here and I am listening. Her sister apparently has had something. What has she had out of yours? She's been looking at something connected with a sister in spirit. I don't know. It looks like writing or books or something that connects her with her sister in spirit, and that's why she's come, because she's been reading something that connects her with a sister. She just tells me. Okay. So if yeah, I don't think she's going to say much more. She's just acknowledging, I think, Louise, that she's listening to her sister and just wants, if you can pass the message on that she is around her and what she is feeling is right, because she obviously feels a sister in spirit around her, and her sister in spirit wants to let her know that she is feeling what she's feeling. Okay, is that it? The name Amanda will mean something as well. And I think this lovely lady is going to bring somebody in for you, Louise, now, because spirit are good, because they'll ask somebody to pass on the message, and they will also try and bring somebody through for you as well for passing on that message. You know what I mean? That kind of message. You've got a gentleman in spirit that wants to talk to you, Louise. I'm just saying thank you to this other lady that's going now. But she's bringing in a gentleman. I don't know who this is. It's either dad or granddad, but we'll work it out in a minute. She's bringing in a lovely gentleman in for you, Louise, that's talking about, what's that funny word he's using? It's a funny word that I don't really understand. It's just, there's a bit of an array going on, a bit of an array going on. It's like confusing, you know what I mean? There's something going on around you that this gentleman's picked up, that he's talking, that he wants to talk about, something going on around you, but it's describing it as interesting. So I don't know whether, I've got a feeling this is granddad, but he's not actually telling me yet, so I'll have to try and work out who he is, or you will. But he's talking about something going on around you, but he's just said to me, isn't it exciting? Isn't it exciting, is saying. And he's talking about opportunities coming your way, Louise, work-wise. There's opportunities coming your way, and it's like you're going to be pulled in different directions as well. It's like you're in demand. Now he's talking about, this gentleman that's come through, he's been quite secretive because I know he's told me who he is, but he said that you've looked at his photograph recently. So you've looked at him on a photograph recently, and hang on, he keeps changing the subject with me. It's just said there's a naval connection with you as well, Louise. So in your family, there's a naval connection with you as well. But he's talking about all these different things, or There's actually business ideas around you, Louise, as well. He tells me that you're very creative as well. Okay, so you're very creative. Wants me to give you things to make. Okay, he's talking about you making things, you know, like crafty things. Okay, he's talking about you making crafty things. He's also wanting me to give you, so you know who he is, as long as you know who he is. He's talking about watching somebody colouring. So somebody likes colouring. Now he's giving me one of these adult colouring books, you know, the very intricate ones, but he's passing that on to you. So I don't know if it's you that does it, but he's aware of somebody that likes colouring. He's talking about that, but he's also wanting to give it you, he tells me, for relaxation as well. Okay, colouring relaxes you, doesn't he? He's okay, he's obviously listening to you, but he's talking about you colouring and relaxation. He's talking about you relaxing, Louise, because he says that you flare up sometimes. So he's trying to keep you a little bit calm because he's talking about you flaring up. He's talking about there's somebody around you that sometimes you could quite happily strangle, that gets on your nerves a little bit, you know what I mean, that's winding you up. And that's why he's giving you this colouring book. All right, he's talking about that. And I don't know whether you paint, Louise, but he's got you painting as well. Yeah, proper painting. Portrait painting, or, you know, out and about painting, countryside painting, but he's got you doing that as well. So you must be quite artistic. He's talking about that as well. Okay, he's gone back to the business side, Louise, so I don't know who he means. He's talking about with you, it's all about like work and business and ideas. There's like, he's doing this with me as if there's loads of ideas coming out of my head, all right, popping out of my head and little question marks. So you're obviously doing a little bit of thinking as well. Okay, but he's talking about that with you as well. Okay, in hindsight, you know that saying, in hindsight, Louise, he's made me say that to you, as if you've oh, hang on, there's been something that you have kind of regretted doing, and you've said something in hindsight, I wish I'd have done it that way. And that's what he's describing to me. Okay, but he's talking about, with that, he's saying we move on from the past. You move on from the past. Okay, so he's urging you to move on from the past. Yeah, he's talking about somebody that keeps drifting back into past mistakes, Louise. He's talking to me about. So if you're doing that, he's trying to urge you forward. Okay. He's just brought with him a lovely Alsatian dog as well. As long as you know, it's difficult for me to explain, isn't it, Louise? I have to hope, oh God, I hope they understand what I'm talking about. But he's bringing with him this lovely Alsatian dog that's very well groomed. He looks really well looked after. So he's bringing along the Alsatian dog to wonder what he was doing for a minute. He's got this Alsatian. Now, don't be frightened when I say this, everyone, because this is quite cute. He's got this Alsatian dog, but this Alsatian dog has got this lovely kitten in its mouth in a nice way. Okay, Louise. So this is like your Alsatian dog, and he's got this lovely kitten in its mouth. So I don't know whether he means this is actually a memory of a dog that kind of, you see these dogs, don't you, that make friends with kittens and they go and pick them up with the mouth, as dogs do with the little puppies and that. But he's showing me that. All right. So I don't know whether it's symbolic for the kind nature of the dog or whether it's a proper memory and this actually happened, where this dog actually picked up a little kitten. But this lovely Alsatian has got this lovely little kitten with it. All right. In its mouth. Lovely dog. Very well trained. He's just sitting next to this gent at the moment. Okay, come on then. He's also saying to you, there's a lady called Dora in spirit that wants to say hello. But there's another lady in spirit that you should know that kept budgies as well. All right. So the lady with budgies wants to say hello to you as well. Okay. Also, Margaret in spirit, if I haven't already told you, Margaret, and also Tracy down here. Apparently Tracy down here needs a little bit of healing when you find out who Tracy is. Okay. But this gent is saying that he's come because he wants to. Oh, okay. Getting a kitten, beautiful rescue. Okay. He's talking about he's come because he's obviously seeing you looking at his photograph or talking to his photograph. And that's his reason for coming. Just to say hello, he's saying. He's just said to me that somebody actually dances around when they hoover, Louise. You know, like Mrs. Doubtfire. Somebody actually does that around you. Okay, so Tracy needs a bit of healing. But somebody actually dances around with them when they're hoovering, like Mrs. Doubtfire, and is having a bit of a giggle of that, like that. And somebody, he says, sings, but they're not very good at it. All right, they sing, but they're not very good at it, and he's laughing about that as well. They can't, apparently, they can't hit the high notes, so he's having a bit of a giggle about that as well. But like I say, just wanted to pop in and say hello. Know that he's around. He says you should be able to clock when spirit around. I think you must do, because he's talking about going cold. You should go cold when he's around you because he's quite chilly, and that's how he'll. He's just said to me, "I'm just trying to wake her up. I'm just trying to wake her up." So you should feel like, oh, he's making me laugh. A cold rush. He just laughed. He says, not a gold rush, a cold rush when he's around you, Louise. And that's how you'll know it's him. And just acknowledge it's him. I think he's going now. Okay. So I'll leave him with you, Louise, because I'm about to move on. So I'll leave him with you. I hope that was okay for you. Now, I've got Albert here now. Oh, that's good. Okay. Okay. That's good then. I've got Albert with me now. Now, I don't think it's out. Did you lose Paul? Oh, we did. Apparently, Albert is telling me that he lost a leg as well. In fact, it's just below the knee by the look of it, because he's got his trouser leg folded up. So I've got a gentleman saying Albert, but he's talking about losing half of his leg. And he's got... okay, Louise, thanks. And he's got his trouser leg rolled up. Okay. I still got a bout, he said. So if anybody could take an Albert or a gentleman with who lost his leg. He's telling me Grandad as well. Okay, Grandad as well, who lost half a leg, he's telling me. He's also got a naval connection as well. All right. He's talking about being in the Navy. So not him, but he's got a naval connection. He's talking about that. But also there's a big military connection with him as well. So he's talking about the military because he's talking to me about the Navy, but he's also talking to me. You can take an uncle that lost half a leg. Okay. But he's talking about the Navy and also the Air Force as well. Okay. He's talking about that. I'll give you a little bit more then because he's saying Albert, but of course, I can get it wrong and it could be another Albert, but there's definitely an Albert connection. So I need the Albert connection and also the gentleman with the lost part of his leg as well, with the military connection as well, because there's the Air Force and there's also the Navy connection with him as well. All right. Tell me a little bit more. He also connects with the name Stephen, and he's mentioning David as well. They're down here somewhere. So Stephen and David down here can connect with them as well. If this is you, Laura, not Albert, my granddad, I think it's something to do with the boots. Yeah, I don't think it's you, Gemma, for some reason. I'm connecting to somebody else here. I'm just trying to find out who it is. Tina, is that you then? David is your dad, Tina. So you can take, is it your uncle then? So David is your dad, is it? So he connects with David down here and he connects with Stephen down. Oh, it must be you because he's clapping, Tina. So I'll take it this must be for you then. All right. So I think I've finally got to the right person. But you should be able to take him with half a leg and also the connection to Albert that he's telling me. I probably got his name wrong then. But he's talking about Albert. Oh, he's just said, you haven't got the name wrong. He says it belongs. So he's a bit cheeky as well. He's right, though. He's just said to me, well, you're only learning, my dear. You're only learning. You can't get everything right. And that's his exact words to me. So he's making me laugh. All right. So it's this gent with the one leg that's coming through. Okay. Okay. I don't know who bites their lip, Tina. I don't know if he means this is you, but he's talking about somebody that bites their lip a lot, especially when they're thinking. Okay. And he's talking about that. The reason he's coming is because he's telling me, how can I put this? Although he only had one leg, it didn't stop him doing what he wanted to do, Tina. And I think he's saying that because he's talking about, I think he means you, all right. But he's talking, is it you? Yeah. He's talking about somebody that keeps making excuses for not doing something. You know, like this lovely gentleman I've got with me, he could say, if he wanted to, I can't do that because I've only got one leg. Okay, but he wouldn't. But it's like he's saying it, somebody down here is doing exactly the same thing. Okay, saying, oh, I can't do that because, and he's saying it's because they keep giving themselves excuses not to do something. And he's talking to me about that. And he's here because he's talking about you can do whatever you want to do if you want to do it, he's saying. If you want to do it. It's like he's saying, if you really want to do it, you can do it. Okay? He's talking about that. But if you go into it half-heartedly, as he's just saying, it won't get done. Okay? But he's talking about that. Now you've said dad. Okay. And I don't know whether he's made me look at your message, which means he probably wants me to connect with your dad. All right. So he's talking about carpentry, and somebody that's very good at working with the hands. He's just said to me, especially wood. So there's somebody around you or your dad that's very good with the hands, especially wood. He's bringing that. In fact, he's telling me that there is a carpenter in your family somewhere, Tina. So I don't know if you're aware of that. You might have to check with your relatives if you don't understand me. But he's telling me he's aware of a carpenter. You know what he's showing me? I was looking at these online earlier on. It's showing me, is it your son? It's showing me a piece of wood, Tina, and it's like they've cut it out so to put candles in. So there's this piece of wood with little tea lights along it that they've made into a candle holder, and he's just bringing that, very artistic, he's talking about. So it must be his son he's talking about then. Very artistic, he's saying. But needs some ideas. He's trying to throw ideas at him. He's trying to give him ideas. So this lovely gent in spirit is actually pushing your son or whoever does carpentry and trying to give him ideas, because sometimes he can't think of anything. You know what I mean? So that's what he's trying to do, push him to give him a few ideas. He's talking to me about somebody that wants to hang on, got that wrong. He's just said to me there's an adult somewhere that can't swim, that is going to be learning to swim or would like to learn to swim. So there's somebody that's a bit worried about water around you, that he's saying that's going to be thinking about having some lessons or something like that. And he's aware of that, Tina. All right, he's just saying, I'm aware of that. Okay. There's also a child around you, Tina, that's going to end up on the stage or on the platform, you know, like a school play or maybe at the theatre or something like that. And he's aware of this child going up onto the stage. With that, though, he's also talking about a memory of somebody else that actually went onto the stage and fell off it when they were youngster. So there's a memory of that, somebody falling off a stage when they were younger, didn't hurt themselves much, you know what I mean? Few bruises, he's just said. So there's a memory of that as well. Okay. Wants me to give you Charlotte's Web, Tina. So I don't know whether he means, because he just said to me, give her Charlotte's Web. So I don't know whether it's because of the film or because of the name. So I'll have to leave that with you. But he's just said to me, Charlotte's Web. Was that you fell off the stage? He's obviously there and watched you, wasn't he? But yeah, giving you Charlotte's Web for some reason. In fact, I think he's going to explain why he's giving you it now. Charlotte's Web, it was a farmyard, wasn't it? It was in a farmyard, because he's talking to me about somebody that would love to live on a farm, or somebody that's got an interest in farming or a small holding as well. So watch for the interest in that if you don't understand it. In fact, he's talking about somebody that would like some hens or some chickens. as well. So there's that going on around you if you're not aware of it. He's also talking about bridges that need to be built. So there's little niggles going on around you. He's talking about in the family that need to be built. He's talking to that. He's just saying, I'm aware of that. Okay. Little niggles going on in the family. People that just need their heads banging together, he's saying. That's all. People that need their heads banging. Your dad's got to watch his back. I don't know if he has problems with his back. This gent is talking about me stretching my back. So I don't know whether your dad's having problems with his back, but he's aware of that, giving him a little bit of healing to his back. He's also telling me that somebody likes the stars, Tina, and somebody actually likes to, see if they can find like the dragon or whatever there is in the stars up above. Oh, right, okay. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? The stars and the patterns. Somebody likes to do that. In fact, you know what he's doing? He's making me, I don't know if this is a memory for somebody, Tina, and actually somebody lied in a field somewhere and used to look up at the stars and try and make out the patterns or something. He's making me do that. So he's got the memory of somebody doing that, or somebody wants to do it. Somebody actually down here wants to go on a cruise as well. Okay, then. Somebody actually wants to do a cruise as well. He's bringing that in. I don't know if your mum's going to come in. I think this gentleman's talking to me a lot, but he's aware of somebody going on a cruise as well. The name Carol will mean something to you as well. All right, Carol. I'm sure I don't know if your mum's going to come in, Tina, or not. I'll try and see if she wants to come in. Oh, okay. If this is your mum I've got with me, then, Tina, she's talking about, she's got a nice scent about, a nice smell. She's calling it scent. She's not calling it perfume. She's calling it scent. But she's also talking about silk scarves. And somebody used to smell her, some of her clothes or a scarf or something. She's making me do this as if I'm smelling something to do with her. All right, if this is your mum coming in. And she's also talking to me about Parma violets as well. Oh, somebody's just mentioned that on there. I've just seen it glance up on one of the messages. But your mum's talking to me about Parma violets as well, if you understand that as well. Bringing that around you. Oh, you should have felt your mum around you anyway, Tina. She's talking about you feeling her around you. It's like she wants to give you a hug. I'm doing this to give you a hug. So that's obviously what your mum is doing, giving you hugs. Somebody actually kisses a photograph of your mum. I don't know whether she means you or there's somebody else in the family that does it, Tina. But she's watching somebody kiss a photograph of her. And somebody has got a little photograph as well, like the passport shape, passport size. She's talking to me about that as well. That's somebody having a passport type photograph of somebody as well. Okay, anything else? So I think that's all she's going to say. But with your mum, I'd watch for the smells because she's very perfumey or scent, as she's saying. So I hope that's okay for you. I don't think she's going to say anything else. But I'll leave that with you then, Tina. I hope that was okay for you. But just know they're around. Keep talking to them. Okay, they're just saying keep talking to them. Keep talking to them. Okie dokie. We'll see if I've got anything else. Oh, gold. I don't know what I've got here. I know on the YouTube, they're always talking about food. And that made me glance up and I saw Parma violets on here. But I've got somebody with me. I've got a lovely gent here. And the first thing he's talking to me about is pasties. He's just said in my ear, pasties, meat pasties. So I don't know if that's specific enough for somebody that knows a lovely gent in spirit that liked pasties, especially just a pasty on its own with brown sauce. This gent is talking to me about. So a lovely gent saying pasties with brown sauce. Dad. Okay. So anybody could take. Me and my dad used to get meat pasties and brown sauce together. Is it you, Terry? Might be Terry then. Ah, right. It's just a pasty, a proper made pasty, Cornish pasty, as he's just said to me, Terry, with brown sauce. He's talking to me about that. In fact, he's just said to me that there's somebody down here, if this is for you then, Terry, And there's somebody down here, oh, Karen as well. Oh, there's quite a few of you, isn't there, that can take this, or I'll have to split it. We'll split the link in a minute so that we can get to it. But he's just said to me, there's somebody down here that likes red sauce, and there's somebody down here that likes a lot of red sauce on stuff, and it's almost you know, over everything. Okay, so this gentleman, whoever he's with, is talking about this love of red sauce for somebody down here. This is a youngster as well, a younger person. Okay, so if anybody can take that, let me know. He's also talking about the name Charles, so Charlie or Charles. He's talking to me about that as well. They are popular as well. My youngest likes it a lot, Gail. So, but you take the. Is this Dad? I've got a Dad. This is Dad. He's telling me it's Dad here. So he's bringing pasties, brown sauce, but he's saying there's somebody down here that likes red sauce on everything. But also, I don't know if they've ever put. It's even as though they put red sauce on ice cream. So I don't know if somebody's actually gone or has actually put red sauce on ice cream that this Dad is talking to me about as well, or whether it's just saying, oh, they like it that much to put it on. But yeah, I've got this lovely Dad here that's telling me his love of pasties, brown sauce, and somebody that down here that likes red sauce on everything. Okay, and somebody actually likes, or somebody's actually put it on blooming, I'm swearing now, blooming, what is it, ice cream as well, which is very strange. Oh, memory, Terry. Red sauce on, what do you call it, ice cream. Is that what you mean, Terry? So it might be for you. We'll get a bit more. I want to make sure I'm with you because there's quite a few people. Come on then, Dad. Dad's talking about, what, there's something to do with his shoes. It's almost as if, I don't know what he means by his shoes. He's showing me his shoes, but it's almost as if they're kind of pointed shoes, dark black shoes, but they're well polished. But they're kind of pointed at the front, and he's telling me there was a gap at the front. So I don't know, because they were pointed. There's something about shoes, and they're not quite fitting him. Or I don't know exactly what he means, but they're kind of pointed. I don't know what this Dad means. He's also talking to me about a checkered scarf as well. So at one point, he must have had a checkered scarf that he's bringing in as well, like a wool scarf. Okay, he's bringing that in as well. Oh, if this is for you, Terry, there's a new, you're not about the shoes, the scarf belonged to my granddad. Yeah, it's something about the scarf and the shoes. I don't really understand that, Terry. It's as if there's a bit of a gap at the front of the shoes. So I don't know what's going on. I'll have to leave that with you. But if this is for you then, Terry, he's talking about, you remember the metal caps that we put underneath the shoes to stop them wearing out? He's bringing that around. He used to have them on some of his shoes, I think, to stop the heels wearing down. He's bringing a memory of that as well. All right, he's talking about that. So I'm hoping you can take that, and I'll carry on, Terry. The reason he's giving you these metal stud type things on the shoes, because he's talking about the noise they make. So I don't know if you've been hearing that type of segs. That's it. Yeah, segs. Them are on. I used to wear them. I should know that. But yeah, he's talking about segs. Okay, that's me with the metal caps, lol, on stilettos. Okay, then, Terry, this must be for you then. So we'll take this for you. Oh, he's obviously seeing your stilettos comment. He's made me look at that, Terry, because he's talking about shoes that are glittery. And it's like the heels on some shoes are glittery. So I don't know if he means you've had them or there's a memory somewhere. But he's talking about glittery shoes. The thing he's saying to you, Terry, he wants to answer your question. He's just said to me, yes, I'm here, as if you've been asking whether he's here or whether he's around you a lot. He's just said, yes, I am here. I can hear you. All right. Yes, I can hear you. He's saying, I can hear you. Oh, God. He's just said to me, and I don't know whether he means you, I'm going to get into trouble now, or somebody around you. He's just said to me, oh, there's a lot of moaning going on. There's a lot of moaning going on, he's saying, but he's smiling as well. But there's a lot of moaning going on around you at the moment, Terry, that he's bringing. I don't know why he's holding my hands. I'm holding my hands like this. So somebody, when they talk, holds their hands like this. because he's bringing that around me as well. You understand the moaning, but somebody, when they talk, Terry, grips their hands like this as well. Now he's also making me grip my hands. Okay, he's also making me grip my hands a bit tighter now, because he's talking about somebody is going to be interested in boxing. And I don't know whether this is a female, because he's gone straight to your daughter. So what's for the interest coming in boxing, Terry? Oh, kickboxing or something. He's talking to me about kickboxing. So what's for the interest in kickboxing coming along around you as well? Wants me to give you Bertie Bassett's. They're like the sweets, aren't they? You know, the licorice. Oh, right, okay then. So he's obviously watching her, isn't he? He wants me to give you like the licorice all sorts, but he's calling them the Bertie Bassett's. And he's talking about somebody that likes the ones with the little kind of sprinkles on them, those little funny things, the dots on them, I don't know what they're called, but he's talking about that as well. He's also talking about, he wants me to give you a box of milk tray, Terry, but he's taken out the orange segment. Oh, right, okay. He's taken out the orange segment one in the milk tray. So I don't know whether he likes it or somebody used to like it. But that's what he's doing, just taking this one out. This is sweet. And also the walnut one. It's got chocolate around it. It's got the one nut in the middle. He's talking about somebody that used to bite all the chocolate off it and then put the nut in the bin or whatever. Okay. Blackjack. Oh. Orange chocolate. It's not Terry's, it's mine. Okay, then oh yeah, Terry's, yeah. He's just, what have you just said? I've forgotten that now. Blackjack. He's just told me to give you blackjack, Terry. Now I know them as either sweets or the blackjack card game. He's telling me both, but he's heading more towards the blackjack card game. So I don't know if cards are, the meaning is, you know, used to play cards with him. He just wants me to give you blackjack, and he's showing me the cards as well. Okay. He's talking also about, you know, okay, you know, when you've got kids and you put swings and slides and that in the back garden. He's talking about I don't know how to describe this. Somebody must have had a frame with a slide on it and some swings on it in the back garden or something like that, a plaything, Terry. And he's just trying to describe that to me, but I'm not doing a very good job. But you'll know what he means. And he's aware of, he tells me there's a memory of somebody coming down a slide into a paddling pool. He's bringing that as a memory as well, so that he's aware about that as well. He's just saying, I'm aware of what happened there. Down a slide into a paddling pool. He's bringing that. He wants me to give you Ibiza. He's talking about a link to Ibiza, but it's like somebody's going to be going there. I think that's in the future. So watch for the Ibiza. Okay, link. He's talking to me about that as well. Okay. Put your shoes on, he's saying to you. Because he seems to be worried. I think he's showing me you wandering in bare feet. And for some reason, he's concerned in case you hurt your feet. It's like I'm picking up a splinter or something, Terry. So watch yourself. He's saying, put your shoes on, put your shoes on. I think he's concerned about you hurting your foot or something like that. Anything else? He says, I've got Margaret up here. And he says he's aware of the name Benny, but I don't know whether he means up there or down here, because he hadn't told me. He just said, tell her Benny as well. Okay. Not learned my lesson, still wear barefoot. Oh, right, okay. Was it strapped up? Because he showed me a foot that was strapped up as well, Terry, as well. But Margaret and Benny, and the name Trisha down here is saying, Trisha down here. There's something going on around her as well. Okay. I don't know what's going on in your work, because he's talking about somebody's going to be fighting for your job. I'm not sure about Trisha. You'll find her. He's talking about somebody's going for your job, I don't know what he means by that. I don't know if you're changing jobs. He's just saying somebody's trying to go for your job. So I don't know what they mean. You'll have to wait for that, Terry, unless you understand it. That's all he said. Oh, right. Okay. Oh, thank goodness for that. I was questioning him. You know, you shouldn't really question him. Just give it. Questioning him, trying to make sense of it. Okay. Okay. I do hear you talking to me, he says. I do hear you talking to me. His words are, I do hear you talking to me. I'm obviously still here, he's saying. I'm obviously still here. I'm trying to make myself known to you, he's saying. I play with your hair. I don't know if he's going to pull your hair, but he's talking about tugging your hair, Terry, so I'd watch for that as well. He's talking about coming to you when you're sleeping, so watch for the dreams. He's talking about that. Listen to me, he's saying. Listen to me in your dreams when I'm talking to you. Listen to me, he's saying. And he's having a bit of a laugh because he's saying it's like somebody talks to you. Okay, somebody talks to you and then you just forget what they say. And he's having a bit of a giggle because he's putting a bit of a notepad next to your bed, Terry, so that you can write down what he said. So I think you're going to be having a conversation with him. And before he goes, he's just talking about, he's talking to me about magnets on a fridge moving. So I'd watch if you've got magnets stuck on your fridge. Somebody's got a lot of them, I think. Is there a cat one or something? He wants me to give a cat magnet to you. But he's talking about something to do with fridge magnets. So I'd watch for them. I don't know whether he's going to do something. I'd watch for fridge magnets. Right, okay. There's something to do. There's a cat one somewhere as well. Somebody's got a cat one because he keeps talking about the cat. Okay. I don't know if you hear, you know what he's doing, Terry? I don't know if you've got a cat in spirit and you hear cats, but he's talking about a cat scratching and the sound of a cat scratching. You know, like they have those things they scratch on. I don't know what they're called, those scratchy things, play things. But he's talking about one of those as if you're going to be hearing that. But spiritually, oh, they are, cat in spirit. But spiritually hearing this cat playing on this cat thing. Okay. But he says, I'm sending her a love. Send my love to the rest of the family, he's saying. Send my love to the rest of the family. Okay. Bless you, he's just saying. Actually, quite polite, because for some reason he's just thanked me. And they don't usually, they just go and I thank them afterwards. But he said thank you to me as well. So that's nice. Okay, so I hope that's it. I hope that's okay for you. Right, I think I've just about finished now. So I hope that was okay for everybody. We've got some adverts, I think, coming up. Some things I've got to tell you about. So I'm just going to pop onto this private chat thing. So we got on SPTV tomorrow. I don't know if Richard will be back. Hopefully he will. Hopefully it'll be a bit better. But tomorrow at 8 o'clock, we've got Lainey Bain. Lainey Bain offering crystal animal readings. Okay, that's tomorrow at 8 o'clock if you want to join her. And then we've got, is it Paul Sassal? Yeah, Paul Sassal, free VIP mediumship development on Sunday. It's the second one. It starts at 7 until 8:30. If anybody's interested in that. If you've got any questions, ask Terry or Alison or somebody else. But I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for joining us. And we'll, we've got Polly as well on Sunday the 13th. At 7:30 doing a trance demonstration live. So if anybody wants to join in with that, the best thing is for you to follow SPTV, and you'll get notifications then of when they go live. So if you want to follow us, that's good. And then we've got another one, more adverts, demonstration of mediumship with Matt, Kirsty, Polly and Bill on June the 11th, and that's at Waterlooville Community Centre. If anybody's down that way, pop in and see them. And that's it. Okay. And I think it said free parking there as well, so that's good. Okay. So thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again very soon. Okay. Bye-bye for now.